All right, welcome back to part 7 of the Archivist Challenge in the Long Dark. Just woke up to daylight here at the signal tower in Mystery Lake. Having acquired the buffer memory from this computer, we are free to move on to the daunting Timberwolf Mountain. Let's get our vitals up here and head out. I can hear the wind howling outside, hoping it's not a blizzard. I think we have everything we need. Guess I'll do a quick check on my inventory. Not what I... Yeah, we have 5 pounds to spare. Not leaving too much of value. There's some food in this locker, but I mean, I'm not going to worry about it. It's spoiling and it's heavy. Let's just get going. All right. Weather doesn't look too bad. Let's see what visibility's like here in the valley. Yeah, not great, but not horrible either. It is snowing, which is going to make our clothes wet, but little we can do about that. Just have to push on here. Good news is I did find a piece, namely this rifle. So now we have a fighting chance against these wolves. I'd rather not have to fight them, but if it comes to that, we can defend ourselves. Kind of have to wind around here and down into the valley. There is a farmhouse down there I want to stop at. We can warm up, gather some more food, and then head up to Timberwolf Mountain. You can see when I'm protected by the wind, my temperature is actually rising. But once I get into the wind, it does start to drop by 2 ticks. So clothing is better, it's helping. Now I'm walking into the wind, which is slowing my gait. But again, can't do anything about that. can see there's a road here. If you take the road all the way in this direction, it leads to a crossroads where there's a store. And in that store is one of the buffer memories, according to my journal. However, I'm going to save that for after we come back from Timberwolf Mountain, because the exit to the coastal highway is very close to that area, and that's where we'll need to go next after acquiring the buffer memory from Timberwolf Mountain. And the only way down from Timberwolf Mountain is back through Pleasant Valley. So we'll kind of make a loop of it rather than going back and forth. Now this orchard here kind of indicates where the farm is, which is helpful. In fact, I can see the farm in the distance there. You can see the barn and the silo. And I do see a wolf. I see, yep, a wolf. I thought I saw two, but one of them's a rabbit. I can easily avoid that wolf. I'm not carrying any meat. Oh, I might be carrying some meat. Let me check on that. No, I'm not carrying any meat. If you're wondering why I'm looking at the character page to see if I'm carrying meat, the reason for that is there'd be squiggly lines above my head indicating that I'm giving off scent. And there's 3 of them. And they get progressively worse the more you have. So if I had 3 squiggly lines, I'm much more susceptible to an attack from a wolf. And I checked my character sheet and I have no squiggly lines, meaning I'm not carrying anything that is giving off a scent. That wolf is far away and does seem to be tracking me somehow. It always seems to be coming right at me for some reason. Okay, now it's actually going in a different direction than I am for once. But again, if it comes to it, I do have a way to retaliate now. Yeah, he turned directions. He's coming right at me again. I don't think he senses me, but it might just be a coincidence that he's turned this way. I don't know. Yeah, he's tracking me for sure. Look at that, he's running right up to me. Jump in this vehicle.
Just want to lay down for a bit.
I am convinced that they turned the difficulty up on the way the wildlife behaves in this challenge. Because I have played this game many times in the sandbox mode and other times on easier difficulties, and they just simply do not act, they do not behave this way. They do not track you from so far away. Especially when you're not carrying anything that's giving off a scent. So I'm convinced that they've turned up the difficulty on it for this challenge. And that's fine. It's added an element of danger to the whole thing. Eat up a little bit here, hydrate while I'm waiting for that wolf to get far enough away so that I can make a dash to the door. There he is. Don't see him now. Wolves are not usually out in a blizzard like this. Oh, there he is. Unbelievable. Look at this. I wonder if he'll come up onto this porch. Yep. Asked and answered. Son of a bitch. Little bastard. Didn't get me too bad, though. Seeing if I can find his tracks. I don't see any blood, which means I didn't cut him too good. I fought him off, but I did not cut him. Otherwise, you'd see a blood spore. All right, enough messing around. Let's get inside. The thing I don't like about that is that it does ruin my clothing. Not necessarily ruin, but it damages my clothing. I'm going to search this house real quick here before moving on. In fact, if the blizzard doesn't abate, I may spend the night here because I am not going to try and find my way to the Timberwolf Mountain pass.
Use this later.
In a blizzard. That's not happening. Can opener, I'll pick it up for now and compare it to the one I have. Yep, 90%. I can guarantee you that one's better. Granola bar. There's another lantern.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Mine's better. It's a good stockpile of wood there if I wanted to make a fire. Good to know. Not in very good condition. Decent light shell. I'll take that. Check it out here in a minute. Some more matches.
That'll come in handy.
I may need more matches. Kind of been dumping them off. Some water here if I want.
Could end up being useful.
Pretty good supply of water. Yeah, I'll grab some. If I have to spend the night here, I'll need it. How far? Yeah, I've plenty of daylight left, but if that blizzard is going, I am not even gonna risk it. It's just not worth it. It's so hard to see. And I know generally where the pass to Timberwolf Mountain is, but not exactly. There's a rope that you have to take up to it, and I'm not going to be able to find it in a blizzard. There's another note here about how to make bread on the trail.
Too heavy.
Some fire accelerant. Might as well grab it.
I think I can use this.
Alright. More peanut butter on the table.
Is it food or...
There's some tea, not exactly of interest to me right now. Energy bar. Alright, go to this room real quick here. Flare.
I could use this.
Some books here on the shelf if I need to make a fire. I'm not searching in that filing cabinet. It's not worth it. I don't need much. I'm always on the lookout for better clothes and food, but obviously I'm finding a lot of food. More than I'm going to be able to carry.
Here.
That might be better than the one I'm wearing. I'll check that out. Alright. More toilet water. I'm going to pass this time.
This stuff will come in handy. This anymore.
Another pair of combat pants. I'm going to take them.
This will come in handy.
Mariner's pea coat. Take it and compare it.
Could end up being useful.
All right, pretty satisfied with that. Let's go downstairs and manage our inventory here. That storm is still raging outside. And it's going to be getting dark too, so let me use this fridge to put stuff in. This is overkill. is better. This thing's really nice. Gives good protection from the wind and the rain. And even at only 57%, it's as warm as what I'm wearing now. It's also a pound heavier, but I think that's worth it. I'm going to put this on and I'm going to repair it. Better condition. Slightly better socks here, I think. Alright, let me repair this. I'm gonna have to spend the night here, obviously. The weather's bad. It's getting dark. Very nice. Alright, I'll dump some of this clothing I'm not going to use. And a lot of food. Certainly don't need all of it. Add some fuel to my lamp. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright, we'll sleep for the night. And hopefully the weather will be better in the morning. I'm going to play some solitaire first, make sure I am good and tired. Hydrate, and we'll crash. Okay. Good timing there. The sun is coming up. The weather's better. At least I do not hear the wind howling as it was. We'll eat up, drink up, and be on our way. Fatigue reduction there from the coffee. I don't mind coffee when I find it in a cup already made. I do not like the tin of coffee, because you have to prepare it and all that. we'll get out of here. It's probably going to be cold outside. It's so early in the morning, but that's okay. Let me check my weight. Yeah, I'm just under. Wonder why. Wonder what I have. Yeah, it's the food again. Okay. That's... I was thinking about grabbing some... Yeah, I don't have that much in here anyway. I'm gonna... No. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. If anything, I should drop some, but... Oh well. Alright, let's head out. Perfect, sun's just coming up. I gotta get my bearings here. I have to head north. If I can... Okay, so there's the tower. So yeah, I have to go in this direction. We'll check our map right here, and that's the Crossroads store that I was talking about. We're right about here. We need to head up into Timberwolf Mountain, which is somewhere over in here. Maybe even in here. And then when we come back down, we'll hit this. Well, the visibility's great. It's chilly, but it's not snowing. This is a good time to do this. There's a road here. Not sure where it leads, or I just know that I need to head north. If I can get up this snowbank like that. That coffee is still active. It's keeping my sleep meter from dropping so rapidly. Well, it just expired. That's actually kind of neat, though. That actually is nice. You know, once it's brewed and you're carrying it, it's kind of like a soda, except that it wards off sleep, which is just kind of nice. I guess if you've already made a campfire and you have time to kill, why not brew some coffee and carry it around like you carry around sodas, I guess. Because, yeah, then when you do get tired, you can drink some coffee. I may change my opinion on that. It may be more useful than I had at first thought. Yeah, my temperature is dropping rapidly. There's a bridge here.
Cold is making my head feel thick.
So I need to locate a rope leading up into these cliffs. Not exactly sure where it is. There's a cairn. This is... I'm going to take a chance and say it's up this way. If I can climb this. Yep, I can.
Too cold to think.
Yeah, my temperature is depleted. Doesn't seem to be up there. I will just continue on to scour this cliff face till I find that rope.
Looks like I made it through another night.
Alright, walking right into the wind, slowing me down. I hope it's ahead of me and not behind me.
Holy.
Okay, I just sprained
I hope my
a
is
wrist. Somehow, walking, I sprained a wrist. Who knows how that happens? But there you go. Painkillers. Well, here's a cave. Good place to spend the night if I cannot find the route to Timberwolf Mountain. I'm starting to think it's back the other way, which would really suck because I'd have to backtrack that whole way. Yep, I'd say it's safe to say I miscalculated here. Kind of like this guy.
I could use this.
Indeed, I could. Here's a hunter's blind. Hunting knife.
I could use this.
It's actually in better condition than the one I'm carrying, if I remember right. Jerky, don't need the rest of it. Check out that knife real quick. Yep, I'm going to drop that one. Favor of this one. You still have plenty of daylight. I mean, it's early in the day. Wait a minute. Here it is. There's the rope leading up. Beautiful. Persistence paid off there. See what this is. There's a stove.
Wonder if this is any good to eat.
Slightly better condition. Outhouse.
Too much stuff to carry.
I may make a fire here and sleep for a little while because climbing that rope is going to take a lot of my sleep bar. And since this is so convenient here, and it's so early in the day still, not a bad idea. Let's get a fire going. Use the fire starter.
Looks like it worked.
Actually, I'm going to warm up first. Good way to pass the time is to melt snow and boil it. As you can see, I'm all warmed up now. Have some food. Gather some firewood here so I can sleep. Why can't I use my hatchet? Did I? Oh no. I lost my hatchet somewhere along the line. I must have left it somewhere. That sucks. That really sucks. I don't know how I did that.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Oh well, nothing I can do about it. Can't go back. I don't even know where I left it.
Escape this cold.
Okay. Pick this up before I forget. Still have a couple hours left on that. Eat a little bit. Hydrate. I'm gonna have that coffee. Oh, do I have coffee? Should have coffee. Nope, no coffee. Alright, let's head into Timberwolf Mountain. One thing you can do is rest here. At least I thought you could. Yeah, see? You can rest. What is that I just saw? That looks like a prepper's cache hatch right down there. Did not see that. I am so curious.
This stuff will come in handy.
Too encumbered to climb. Damn it. Just picked up that. Yeah, that's a prepper cache hatch. Let's see what's in here. Hacksaw. Don't need. I wouldn't mind finding another hatchet in here. Oops. Let go of the button.
I think I can use this.
New ski jacket. I'll check it out.
I might have to drop some gear.
Really not a whole lot in here. I'm surprised. Usually these things are full of food and water, whatever.
This could be really useful. Hope I can still eat this.
Alright. So it's not really worth it. I want to sleep, but I don't want to lose daylight, so I'm not going to. No, that ski jacket isn't nearly as good as what I have. That lantern any good?
What have we here?
Nope. Alright. Alright, sun is setting. Let's get out of here. can see what climbing does to my sleep gauge. Just destroys it. I'm gonna have to rest. Get my stamina back. Too encumbered to climb. Are you kidding me? Just by a... well, by a full pound now. Damn. Got rid of some weight there. What the heck? I'm gonna drop that. I forgot I did not boil that. Something else I forgot to do was put on my boots. Not cool. Alright. Let's get into Timberwolf Mountain here. Now there is a cabin up here that I can stay in before scouting out the computer location.
Not sure why I feel so tired.
It's one of the few cabins in this area. Actually, I haven't quite left Pleasant Valley yet, but would like to get to that cabin before nightfall. Timberwolf Mountain. Can't complain about the weather. Everything's looking good. I'll need to sleep soon, but like I said, there's a cabin up here with a bed and a fireplace. landing gear. Apparently there was a big airliner crash on this mountain, and parts of the airliner are scattered all over the mountain. And that was the landing gear. Cabin should be in this general direction here, if I remember correctly. Looks like another piece of the plane here. Part of the wing or something. The cabin sits on a lake. That lake will act as a good indicator where we are on the map. If it's on the map, we'll check that when we get there. I don't want to waste any daylight looking at a map right now. Some more wreckage. A rabbit. Go up this way. I think the lake is this way. If we find the lake, we'll find the cabin. Darkness isn't helping, but is that the lake? I think that is the lake. That's good. Just want to make sure I did not pass the cabin. But if this is the lake, it should be up here somewhere. Alright, let's just walk along the edge of the lake here, and hopefully there's a dock. So when we run into the dock, we know we've hit the cabin. The cabin is up along the bank there from the dock. Yes, Crystal Lake. Very good. So even though it's dark, we should be okay if we hit that the dock. And there it is. There's the dock. So the cabin is right up the hill here. Now this is an open cabin, meaning the weather gets in, but it's still warmer than being outside. Close that door. Mountaineer's hut. Very good. Alright. It's a nice fireplace, a nice stock of wood there. There's a hatch.
Could end up being useful.
Don't need that. I'll check those out. Hacksaw. That's like the 6th hacksaw I've found in this game. There's some arrows in the corner there. A climbing rope. Something under the bed. That's a sports vest. I don't need that. I have better gear than that. Medicine cabinet. I can't quite Get the cursor to fall on. There it is.
This stuff will come in handy.
Well, there's a note, climber's note. Lantern. Not as good as mine, but it does have fuel.
So drained.
I am getting low on fuel. I'm gonna have to crash, obviously. So I guess this will be a good place to stop the video. In fact, first let's look at the map here and map out our area. Okay, see, so if this is the lake, we're right on the bank about here. Let me zoom in. We're right around here. See, we came up through here, over to the lake, and we're in a cabin right about here. And so we're going to head up here to the buffer memory. I don't know what's there, if there's a building there, or how even you get there. But that'll be an adventure for our next video. And thanks for watching, and I will see you then.